Hello, my fellow scientifically sexy states of solidified seduction. Today, we are back with one of those videos. Like, once a month, I just get this urge to talk about science. I just want to clarify this. I'm not a qualified scientist, if you can't tell by the fact that I look like I'm 2 years old. But, I am not a qualified scientist. I don't have a PhD in anything. The only PhD I have is a pretty huge decimeter of dickology, all right? But there's a lot of topics I research in my free time because I'm a fucking weird person. I'm just like, what am I gonna use my free time with? I have so much time I spend so much time at work. I spend so much time at fucking college. What am I gonna use my 1 hour of free time a day with? Usually YouTube. But if it's not YouTube, I spend my 1 hour of free time with fucking learning about science because I'm a weirdo. But I think science is really cool. It's like it breaks your perception of reality if you think about it too hard. And I love that. So once a month, I just am talking with my friends and I'm just like, hey, by the way, do you know like universe isn't like look real or whatever? And they're like, what? And then I go into like a deep dive on why I think the world's cool as fuck. And I like give them a bunch of really cool scientific facts that I enjoy, and then I just break their brain. I'm like, that's so cool. And then I like think about it for a bit. I'm just laying in my bed, kicking my little feetsies, thinking about all my little scientific facts I've gathered throughout my years of experience on this earth. And I'm just like, this is so cool. I wish I could talk about it more, but my friend obviously wants me to shut the fuck up because I've been talking for an hour of just like particle physics and shit like that. So like I just kick my feetsies and I'm like, I wish I could talk about it more without losing all of my friends. So this is my solution. I've come to talk to myself. I got a camera, so it doesn't. I give the illusion that I'm not an insane person just talking to myself. But in reality, let's be honest, I'm just a little fucking crazy person talking to myself. So, anyways, if you want to watch me talk about myself, talk about the universe with myself for a hot minute. What's up, baby girl? How you doing? Get some popcorn, relax, and let's talk about the universe together. Let's make some silly acquisitions about the universe and just enjoy life. So here's the thing. Let's start from the beginning. The Big Bang happened, right? It's a very very weird thing that we just kind of accept. You know? Like a lot of people are like, the universe is so boring, nothing interesting happens. I just go to my 9 to 5 job and like the universe is so uniform and boring. There's nothing to discover, there's nothing new to learn. Like it's so weird and nothing's cool. Everything's fucking cool. You just don't know where to look, you bitch ass bozo. Like for example, we've been the universe. Well, there's like recent debate because of the new James Webb Space Telescope, like on the universe's birth and stuff like that, because like the James Webb Space Telescope makes us think that the universe might not have started 3.8 billion years ago, because up until now like our calculations on when the universe started was 3.8 billion years, but now we're like, maybe it's older. I don't know. Maybe it's like twice the age we thought it was. I don't know. Teehee, feeling a little silly. But anyways, at least 3.8 billion years old, right? So that's a lot of universe to be discovered, right? We, as a human species, I don't know, maybe we existed for like 20 million, fuck, not 20 million, 20,000 years. Like, the earliest evidence we could find of human existence is like 15,000 years old, which is pretty old, you know? But like 15,000 years, all right? Okay, so in comparison to 13.8 billion years, that's not that much. Like, realistically, that's not that much. And we're like, damn. And then we realized the universe is going to go on for quadrillions of years. We're still in the infantile stages of the universe forming. Like, we're still, if the universe was a human, the universe would still be a toddler right now. 13.8 billion years may sound like a long-ass time, but realistically, this is like still the infancy stages of the universe. we're gonna go on for quadrillions of years if we don't like kill the universe itself, which would be a fucking impressive task. Like, I know the universe have like the humans have like a 50% chance of killing Earth, you know, it's just how it be. But like killing the universe, that's wild. I would be interested to see that happening. But anyways, if we don't somehow accomplish that monumental task, the universe will last for quadrillions of years, which is a long time. And we've been studying science just recently. Like, we only learned that the sun doesn't revolve around the earth 400 years ago. 400 years ago, we thought the sun revolved around the earth. A couple hundred years before that, we thought that nighttime was just a blanket that God put over us so we could sleep. And then he poked holes in the blanket that caused stars. And those stars helped us see at night so we're not just bumping into trees. That's what we thought the universe was just a couple hundred years ago. We thought nighttime was a blanket. And then we realized, hey, it's not a blanket. Actually, there's a galaxy out there, and we're the center of it. And then some guy was like, hey, we're not the center of the galaxy. The sun is, by the way. And everyone was like, fuck that guy. We're going to kill him. But he was already dead. He was a baller like that. But, like, they were planning on killing him. And then we slowly accepted that. And we only recently started going into quantum physics around 1900s, which is like 120 years ago. And the universe, as we know it, will exist for quadrillions of years. So if you think like the world is already explored, everything's already done, like all of the continents are explored, there's nothing more to accomplish in life, there's a lot more to accomplish. We still know nothing. We might know a lot about the Earth. We still don't know a lot about the Earth, let's be honest. But we might not think we know everything about the Earth. We don't. We might think we know everything about the universe. We're not even fucking close. We don't even know how it started. We don't even know how this shit began. We don't even know anything. We don't even know like what anything is. We thought we had a good view of physics. We thought we were like, these are the laws of physics. And then we realized the universe just kind of breaks it sometimes. They're like, fuck you. Fuck your laws of physics. I'm going to defy it because fuck you, I'm the universe. I'm built different. So we're just kind of confused. So like we try to understand the universe, but we can't really. So we start at the beginning. We start at the Big Bang. And if you could accept the Big Bang as existing, like a lot of people like now don't think the Big Bang happened, but it's like the most generalized conclusion on how the universe started. And like it's like the easiest to talk about, so I'm going to talk about it. There's some other theories. My favorite's that the universe is inside a black hole, and each black hole is just a little baby universe, and the universe be fucking, and there's like natural selection, and every time a star explodes, that's like the universe fucking makes a baby, puts a little black hole in it, and then the black hole is another universe with the same genetics as our universe, like how we have the same genetics as our parents, but slightly different. And within that is a different universe inside the black hole with the same genetics as ours that are very similar to our universe, but slightly different. I think that's a cool theory. But let's talk about the Big Bang, because that's like the most accepted one, you know? So, the Big Bang happened. And if you could accept the Big Bang, then you could accept pretty much anything. Like, the Big Bang is so fucking crazy. It's wild that people just like hear about the Big Bang and they're like, yeah, that's what's up. That's how the universe started. Because the Big Bang, as far as we know, it started at an infinitely small point in time, which is not good for scientists. Because, like, infinity, not ideal to calculate. So, like, one of my favorite things is, like, Stephen Hawking refers to, like, the Big Bang and the black holes as, like, the yin and yang. We'll get into that later. But, like, they reflect each other. And it's so cool. But anyways, so the Big Bang started, right? At an infinitely small point in time. So the earliest, like, we could calculate is, like, 10 to the negative 33rd centimeter. So, like, it's 0.0 followed by 33 fucking zeros, which is a lot, 1 centimeters. So it's, like, very small. I'm pretty sure that's the number. That's the earliest we could calculate the Big Bang. And, like, it started, like, within 1 to the negative 44th seconds. That's the earliest we could calculate. So 0 followed by 44 zeros. So that's, like, really, really small. but somehow every single particle within the universe that is here, everything to ever existed in that small point, and then exploded and went, you know, real fast. And within half a second, within half a second, half the observable universe we know it as, like, was formed. And the observable universe is cool because, like, it's like a lot of light years across. Like, there's a lot of the universe out there, and we can only see a partial part of it because light only expands at like a certain speed. So we could only see up until the cosmic microwave background. That's like our handicap. Like, after the cosmic microwave background, we don't even know if the universe exists. We assume it does, but we don't know. But the universe is fucking huge, you know? But we could only see up until the cosmic microwave background because that's like the limit of our perception of the universe. And we assume there's more out there, but we don't know how much more. So it could be like infinitely large. It could be like double the size of our observable universe, which we think no, because we know the universe is expanding, and not only it's expanding, but it's expanding faster. So, like, to think that within half a second, half the observable universe was formed, and it's only double the size, that's crazy. But anyways, that's just to say, the universe is fucking big, and it makes no sense, and it might be infinitely big, and it might just continue expanding forever, we don't know. But it was confusing, because for a bit, we were like, okay, the way the world works, the way particles work, 99.98% of atoms are empty space. We're like, that doesn't make sense, because like scientifically and mathematically, if an atom is just a nucleus, an electron just buzzing around a nucleus, and 99.98% of it is empty space, then everything should just collapse in on itself. So for a while, we were like, hey, the universe is expanding right now. It made a big bang, but because of the laws of physics, it's just gonna go and then collapse in on itself. So we're like, oh, that's cool. We're gonna die soon, and the universe is gonna collapse in on itself, and we're gonna cease to exist. And that was so silly of us. But then we looked at the universe, and we're like, not only is it still expanding, it's getting faster and faster. So we were confused. So we went back to the first Big Bang. We were like, all right, what's up with this? So the Big Bang happened, and everything was really fast and really hot. Like, everything was really fucking hot. Like, there's like 4 different things, like the gravity, electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force, and the weak nuclear force. All of them were, it was so hot that all of them combined, which is no small feat, which means like it's really hot. But then eventually cooled down, so all of them separated into the 4 categories of whatever the fuck, you know? So it was weird, because we were like, hey, so the universe was really hot and expanding for a bit, and it was too hot to form galaxies. Like, the Big Bang was too hot and fucking sexy and schmelting to form any galaxies or suns. Why, if the universe is continuing to expand faster and faster, why did we form then? Because realistically, it would have been too hot for us to exist. Like, the universe was too hot for it to form galaxies or stars. It just doesn't happen at that temperature. And then we realized that some unknown force, for some ungodly reason, decided, hey, chill out for a bit, universe. And universe was like, what the fuck? And then we think it's dark matter. Our theory is that it's dark matter that slowed down the expansion of the universe for a second. And then dark matter was like, yo, I know you're trying to get to like work or whatever, but chill out. And he's like, the universe like, I'm fucking late to work. Gotta catch the bus. Fuck, he's just running away. He's like, hey, just take a second. Smoke a doobie. Just enjoy life. Enjoy existence. Chill out for a bit. You don't have to go so fast all the time. You don't have to be so hot-headed all the time. Let's just chill for a second and enjoy life. So then the universe was like, fuck that. But then thought about it. Took a second. And within that blow of smoke, the entire universe we exist in formed. And for some ungodly reason, this unknown force slowed the universe down, the expansion of the universe down, and cooled it down to the exact point where galaxies and stars could form, which is fucking wild. And then it continued to expand again and was like, oh, I'm still late to work, and then it fucking zoomed off, you know? And then we just started existing, and we're like, what the fuck was that? What was that about? So it was weird, because if dark matter, if that unknown force didn't exude itself onto the universe, then we wouldn't exist. The universe would have been too hot to form anything. It would have been too hot to form galaxies. It would have been too hot to form stars. So that's weird to think about, because like that unknown force just was like, halt for a second, and then we existed. So that's weird. That's kind of silly, isn't it? But like that unknown force exuberated. Is that the right context of the word? I don't know. Put enough pressure on the expansion of the universe to slow it down to just the perfect speed, just the perfect temperature for us to form. If it would have been a little bit cooler, just a tiny bit cooler, instead of forming stars and galaxies, they would have formed black holes, and we would have not existed, because we kind of need stars and galaxies to exist, you know? That's how it would be. But instead, it would have just formed a bunch of black holes, and the universe would have been just a bunch of spots of black holes, and then it would have just left us in the dust. If it was not putting enough force on it, if it didn't slow down enough, the universe would be too hot to form any galaxies, and we would just not exist, because the universe would be too hot to form any stars, any galaxies, and we just wouldn't be here. But it put the exact amount of force and slowed it down to the exact speed and cooled it down to the exact temperature for stars to form. And stars are weird motherfuckers, because stars have this nuclear fusion within them. That creates carbon, right? There's like, I think it's the strong electromagnetic force and the weak nuclear force, or something like that, that forms within stars, and they combine and they create a nuclear fusion within stars to create carbon, right? And carbon is the fundamental basis of all life as we know it. So if the universe, or if stars, if the strong nuclear force, nuclear fission, was at least a couple percentiles higher or a couple percentiles lower, it wouldn't form carbon. And same with the weak nuclear force, or the other opposing thing that creates carbon within the nuclear fusion of stars. If it was just a couple percentiles higher or lower, it wouldn't form carbon. And every fucking living organism is carbon based. We need carbon to exist. Like every living organism is made out of carbon. So it's a miracle stars even exist. But then it's a miracle that stars have the exact nuclear fusion in order to create carbon. And somehow that carbon made us. And we don't know what the fuck consciousness is. Like we got a semi-solid understanding of matter, kinda. But like consciousness? How the fuck did that arise? What is that? Why are people conscious? Why do things exist? And why are we the only ones that have like complex thought patterns? Like, you ever think about that? Like, animals exist, they're cool, they're what's up, but like they don't speak, they don't have complex thoughts. They might, we don't know. But like, we're the only ones at this level of intelligence that we could see. There's no life that we could find outside of Earth. Like, we looked a lot of places. Granted, not nearly a lot in comparison to the size of the universe. But, like, there's not really anyone out there we could see. And the other animals we could see just kind of do their own thing. They eat food. We got dogs, they're pretty cool. We got horses, they're pretty cool. But they're not like, they don't have complex thoughts and like societies and all that fun stuff that humans have. And there's no other organism on the planet or in the galaxy that we know of that's at our level. That's fucking weird to think about. Like, why are we special? And then we realize the Earth is kind of special too. Like, it's kind of weird that Earth is so perfect. Like, you ever look at any other planet? Do you, like, realistically, a lot of people are like, yo, I want to go to Mars. That sounds sick as fuck. Do you actually want to live there? You know how shitty it would be to live at Mars? Like, do you know how shitty it would be to live at any other planet? A lot of other planets, like, their air is just fucking poison to us. Some planets rain acid, some planets rain diamonds, which is cool, but, you know. Some planets just... Jupiter has a storm that's, like, 20 times the size of Earth. Like, Jupiter just has a storm that's just existed for like hundreds of, maybe even thousands of years. And it's just way larger than Earth itself. You saying you want to live on that planet? Do you want to live fucking on Mars, where shit's just hard? It's just California desert, but like negative 300 degrees 24/7, and it makes you want to cry, and there's nothing there, and you're just like, damn. Or do you want to live on Earth, where you could go anywhere? You could go to Japan, you could go to Switzerland, you could go to Germany, you could go to Italy, you could go to the Amazon rainforest, just fucking vibe with some forest fairies or some shit. I don't fucking know. You could go to the moon if you really wanna. But like, for some reason, we're on this planet, and like, I love space. I love learning about other planets. There's this homie named Jensen that reminds me of Jensen Ackles, and it just rains diamonds there. There's some planets that rain acid. There's some planets that like have winds that will cut you into pieces because they're so strong. Somehow we landed on this one, and it ended up all right. So it's weird to think about, isn't it? And then we realize no other planet has eclipses, right? Like, some planets have 50 moons. Some planets have like 60 moons. Some planets have upwards of 100 moons. There's planets in our fucking galaxy, like Saturn, Jupiter. They have so many fucking moons. But for some reason, our boy with that one little moon, you see that moon up there? We just got the one. That one little boy. It's the only one that eclipses that we know of. Like, out of all of the planets we observed, our planet is the only one that eclipses. Because it has to be exactly proportional to the sun in our sky. So it has to be exactly like 400 times smaller than the sun and exactly 400 times closer to us than the sun in our perspective of it. And the orbit has to be exactly perfect for the moon to eclipse. And we just have that. No other planet has that. They have like 20 other moons and shit. They're flexing on us. They're like, look at how cool we are. We have like 30 moons. We're so cool. But like, does your moon eclipse? We didn't think so. We only have the one hoe, but she a baddie. We loyal to it. We might not have hoes on deck. We might only have one baddie, but she's the biggest fucking baddie in the universe. You best believe it. So that's cool. And then we look at like everything else. Nothing makes sense. We're like, hey, the laws of physics, let's try to figure that out. We thought we had a good idea of it, and then we're like, okay, why are atoms like that? Because atoms are 99.98% empty space. Like, if solidified particles exist, 99.98% of atoms that exist in the universe is empty space. So like most of everything is empty space. And we were like, that doesn't make sense, because scientifically, if we like math that out, if we use our big brains and use mathematical functions to calculate like everything should just collapse in on itself and nothing should be sustainable. Like the electron shouldn't just orbit around the nucleus like this. They should just collapse in on itself. And that's one other thing. I'm going to get a little off topic real quick. I think the electrons orbiting around the nucleus is very similar to the planets orbiting around stars. And I feel like everything is just a fractal of itself, you know? So we get a fucking atom. We zoom out enough, we get a fucking galaxy. And those just look similar. Like, isn't the sun revolving around, or the planets revolving around the sun, similar to like electrons revolving around the planet? And then we zoom out even more, and then it's just a fractal of itself. There's super clusters of galaxies. There's like those like tree looking things that we zoom out enough, and then there's like big boys, you know? And then we zoom in enough, and then it's just a fractal of itself. We get gluons, we get fucking quartz, we get all that stuff, and it's just the same thing. And we're trying to find the smallest boy or the biggest boy. We're trying to find like where the universe ends. It doesn't end. It just goes on forever, and that we know of. It doesn't end. No matter how scientifically advanced we get, we just realize there's something bigger, and we realize there's something smaller. And I feel like we're not going to realize that everything is just a fractal of itself. And no matter how small we get, it's just the same thing. No matter how big we get, it's the same thing. So I feel like if we ever get good enough, or you could zoom in on an atom close enough to like observe everything, we're going to be like, we're going to find it. We're going to find the original particle. We're going to find the particles that make up the universe. We're going to find the smallest unit of measurement to ever exist. We finally got it. We got this high-end technology. We're going to finally figure it out. And we're going to zoom in so far that we see the entire universe reflecting itself upon itself within an atom. And I think that would be so funny. Anyways, So we're like, life doesn't make sense. Why does physics behave the way it does? So we're like, mathematically, the world should act as a wave function. The way it acts right now is there's a particle called an electron orbiting around a nucleus. But we think the electron is a wave, and it goes whoo, 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 and vibrates. So instead of being 99.98% empty space, most of space will be filled with the electron, which is a wave function that just emanates energy around the nucleus. And we're like, that's cool. So let's like test it, you know? So they did this little silly double slit experiment. You might know it. They got a little naughty with it, you know? And they were like, all right, let's see how you work. So they were like, okay, if it acts as a wave function, it should act this way. And if it acts as a particle function, it should act this way. All right, let's ball. So they did the experiment, and it acted as a wave function. They're like, that's fascinating, because this whole time we thought the universe was made up of particles. But now we know it's made up of waves. That's fascinating. Let's observe it and see the waves in action. Let's see how the waves function in action. And observe the universe finally acting as a wave function, and let's redefine physics itself. So they observed it, and they're like, let's go. Do your little thing, Mr. Wave Boy. And when we observed it, it started acting as a particle. It solidified itself and started acting as a particle, which is weird, because when it was acting as a wave function, it broke the laws of what we thought physics was supposed to behave like. So it broke the laws of physics, and we were like, we don't understand how that works. So we try to observe it and see how it works, and we're like, okay, let's see how this goes. Let's see how, like, why you're breaking the laws of physics and how you actually act when we observe it. But when we observe it, it stops breaking the laws of physics and acts like we think it should. And it's so weird, because when we don't observe it, it just breaks the laws of physics and it's like, fuck you, I'm a wave function, bitch. But then when we look at it, it starts acting like a particle function again. And that's so fucking weird, isn't it? Like, it just was like, psych, you thought I was a wave, I'm a particle again. Because it knows we're looking at it. Is that not the most trippy thing you've ever, like, what? It interacts with our perception of reality. Like, something about consciousness changes the reality itself. Is that not weird as fuck? Like, what? And the silly thing about life is that there's this little thing called string theory, and I adore string theory. It's so fun, because it's like, hey, by the way, the universe we think has like 3 dimensions. We think it had 3 dimensions. There's like 9 more, maybe some more, if we think string theory is real. And like, that's, a lot of people hear that and they're like, nope, that's not right. I can't see the 9 dimensions. That's just objectively wrong. But dimensions aren't places you travel to. They're not like portals to other worlds. They're just the same object. Like, this object in a 2D drawing would be the same thing as our 3D perception of it. Like, a square is a 2D cube, right? But if you lived in the 2nd dimension, you would only ever be able to see it as a square. You might mathematically calculate, hey, this thing's actually a cube, and we just can't understand that it's a cube. But no matter how much you math, no matter how much you try, no matter how much you try to calculate, you'll only ever see it as a cube, or a square. But we, in the 3rd dimension, know it's a cube. Same object, it's just we know it's a cube, but in the 2nd dimension, they think it's a square. They might even know it's a cube, but they'll only ever see it as a square. And like, a lot of people are like, that kind of makes sense, but I still don't believe you. But like, a lot of like, our brains don't develop to see the world as it is. Like, we know there's an electromagnetic spectrum. We only see 5% of that, and that 5% gives us the visible colors that we could perceive. So like, all the primary colors, all that good stuff, is only 5% of the electromagnetic spectrum. There's still ultraviolet light, there's gamma rays, there's like, I don't know, I don't know. There's other kinds of light that we can't see, X-rays, you know, shit like that. Those exist. Those colors exist. And we know there's certain animals that could see more colors than us. And we're not gonna just deny those colors don't exist because we can't perceive it. It's just our brains aren't adapted enough. They don't have enough cones in our fucking brains to see those colors. There's not enough cones. We don't have cones. We need more ice cream cones. But same with sound, same with all the other senses. There's certain smells that we can't smell, but like dogs can. There's certain sounds that we can't hear, but dogs can. There's certain like senses that we can't perceive, but animals can. Colors we can't perceive, but animals can. There's some dimensions that we can't perceive, but that doesn't mean that they don't exist. Now I think that's fascinating, because that means like realistically, there's a lot of miracles in this world. And miracles are things that science can't explain yet. Like, I think miracles are just science that we just don't understand yet. Like, we understand a lot of scientific stuff, scientific knowledge, but like, there's a lot of things we don't understand because we only started studying quantum physics like 120 years ago. We just started learning like 400 years ago that the sun revolves around. We revolve around the sun. The sun doesn't revolve around us. In the grand scheme of things, that's fucking nothing. And it's kind of impressive how fast like humans were able to like go from that to where we are now. But in the grand scheme of things, we're still babies, dude. We're still babies in this little baby universe. So it's kind of fascinating to think we know nothing, and like miracles and stuff, we know they exist, and we know like certain things that shouldn't physically be possible happen sometimes. Like certain things just happen that we can't explain. But that doesn't mean it didn't happen. It just means we can't explain it yet. So it's really fascinating to learn about, because certain miracles and certain things we might consider like quote unquote magic just happens in real life. And we don't know how to explain it, but it happens. And I think that's just physics that we don't know how to understand yet. And it's so fascinating. So that's why I think the universe is cool as fuck, and physics is cool as fuck. But like, everyone just hears the word physics and is like, that sounds hard. I don't want to learn about that. That sounds boring and fucking nerdy and shit. I don't want to learn about that. Fuck you. Keep your physics to yourself. So I have to convince them of like something else. I was like, you want to learn about space? Or yeah, I'm just teaching them physics. They don't know it yet. It's like, I have to convince them that something cooler, and then I'm like, haha, get baited into learning about physics, fuck face. But I think it's fascinating. I think like stuff like this is so fucking fascinating, and I love learning about it, and I love talking about it. It's my favorite thing to talk about. And I feel like there's a big subject I was planning on talking about that I completely forgot about until now. And I know there's like something I'm definitely missing. I had like 4 different things I wanted to talk about going into this video, and I don't think I got one of them. I know I'm missing one of them, and I know as soon as I end this video, I'm gonna remember and be like, fuck! I'll be in the middle of like my work shift today, and I'll be like, fuck, I forgot about talk about that, fuck! You know? But I think that's a long enough video. It's like 32 minutes. I've been talking my ass off for a hot minute. You probably want me to shut the fuck up now. So, yeah, that's why I think the world's fascinating, and that's why I think the world's really cool, and we don't understand anything, but I think it's cool that we don't understand anything, because that means there's so many possibilities. Like, as a kid, I was so sad, because I was like, the world's already explored. I always wanted to be like a pirate, sail the world, find some new seas or something, find a new island, find the fucking city of gold, you know? Find something crazy like the emerald, like find an emerald village made out of emeralds, find a sky island, find the lost city of gold, something crazy like that. But then I was like, oh, the world's already been explored. It's all futile. Like, there's nothing new to learn. All the science has been discovered. I'm not smart enough to understand anything. All the world's been explored. The science has been discovered. There's nothing to live for other than capitalism and barely making it through the day by grinding on your job until you could go home and enjoy 2 hours of YouTube before you do it again. But then I kind of learned the world's cool as fuck, and we know absolutely nothing about it, and like we're still in the infantile stages of science and the infantile stages of the universe, and like there's so much to be discovered, there's so much to invent, there's so much to learn, and we're still babies. Like, the universe is gonna live for quadrillions of years. I've lived for like 20. I'm a little baby. I know nothing, homie. I know absolutely jack shit. But I think that's what makes life so fascinating. So hopefully that helped you think that life is also fascinating. And if you think life's fascinating, and if you thought this video was fun and you had a silly little time, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you all for watching me. Thank you all for joining me on this stupid little adventure. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time, boys. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.